What's up, guys? um, Here's another video. So, the topic of today's video is why God isn't going to give you everything at once. Why you can't even handle what you want until you go through some stuff, right? I know that maturity comes in with age, right? You're going to be a lot more mature at 30 than you are at 20. It's just, that's the way it works. That's the way the world works. Get over it. So like I said, like I just said, the topic of today's video is going to be along the lines of why you wouldn't be able to even handle the stuff that you're going to get later down the road right now. You're not going to get these things overnight. And like in years to come, you'll understand. You're not going to understand right now. I know in my past, like I could not understand why I couldn't get the things. There was some limiting beliefs to break, or so I thought, right? No, it turns out that I just wouldn't be able to handle what I have now, what like my blessings now, what I have now, what I have going on for myself now. I wouldn't be able to handle these things with the maturity and the organized thinking that I have now back then. So let's get into it. So your maturity needs to age a little bit, right? I understand everybody's at a different rate, I guess you could say, of time at, let's say, 20 versus 30. Some people do mature very quickly, right? Some people do. Some people have been through a lot of stuff, dude. And they learn that they need to get their act together at an early age, right? Some people don't. Some people go right through their 30s and into their 40s and then into their 50s. And I know some people right into their 60s. They can't be taught. They already know everything, right? Right? They refuse to be taught, right? Being teachable is actually a really good gift that you can have that only some people have. That some people are gifted with that. Others aren't. Others aren't, and they don't have enough consciousness to realize that they don't have it. They think they have it, right? But they actually don't, right? So that's one thing to mention. Be teachable. I'd never have gotten where I wanted to go, financially, spiritually, physically, any of that, if I wasn't teachable, right? That's a really, really good thing to be, is teachable. You're never going to know everything because you're not God. Listen closely to people who are smarter than you and you could learn a few things. And that's another thing to mention is actually ego. There's some people that literally cannot be taught because their ego is so big. Right? Their ego is so big, they already know everything. They don't need to be taught. It's not important, right? It's not important for them to learn that or know this or do that because it's just not it's not important to them. It actually is important to them, right? That's the funny thing. All that stuff actually is important to them. It's extremely important. They get to where they want to go or need to go very much in a faster fashion, but their ego won't let them learn. Their ego will not. They already know everything. They don't need to learn. They don't need to listen. Right? They don't need to experiment because they already know. If they don't know it, they don't need it. Right? So it's a very big lesson. Be teachable, stay teachable. You're a student at life, right? If you actually want to get somewhere, you'll know this. You'll understand this. You'll put your ego to the side, right? So be a student of life. God will teach you so many things if you're teachable. If you're not teachable and you're arrogant and you have a huge ego, you're never going to learn. So put your ego to the side, sit down, listen, and absorb what you're taught by somebody that's smarter than you. Especially God. If God is giving, if God is very specifically trying to teach you something but you don't want to learn, dude, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You're kind of shit out of luck, right? You're kind of shit out of luck. You could speed the process up and get there faster by just putting your ego to the side and doing what you need to do anyway. All right, learn. You need to start learning. We don't have hundreds and thousands of years to mess up and learn. And no, what's the typical lifespan? Maybe 80 years old if you're lucky. Right? I don't see a lot of people living that long. A lot of people that I know are dying in their 70s, late 70s, mid 70s. You know what I mean? Quickly. You need to quickly. It's weird. It's fine. It's kind of a contradiction. You need to quickly slow down and be teachable and learn. I didn't have the maturity level 10 years ago to be dealing with the stuff that I am now, right? I have enormous responsibilities. Enormous responsibilities. My responsibilities are getting bigger by the day. And very fortunately, God slowed me down and really allowed me some time, a good solid time period to learn. He taught me a lot of stuff. Patience is such a beautiful thing, especially if you're a young man, right? I'm not even quite 30 yet. I will be in like 6 months, but I would still consider that very, very young. So me coming to this at this day and age, at this age, is an amazing thing. Right? It's not, your life's not over at 30. Your life's not over at 40. Your life's not over at 50. But dude, you get into your late 50s, man, and you still don't know these lessons. Like I again, like I said, you are shit out of luck. I don't know what to say. Like, I can't help you. I can't help you. I can't help someone like that, man. Part of my me being here on earth, part of my, what would you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Cause, I guess you could say, purpose. Part of my purpose here on earth is to help people, right? That's why I'm talking to you right now. I actually want you to do very well, right? God wants you to do very well. Isn't that an amazing thing? Let's speak on that for a minute. The creator of the entire universe wants you to do very well. That's lovely. You should sleep very well tonight knowing that, right? He doesn't have plans to harm you. He has plans to prosper you, give you hope, and a future. Isn't our God loving? Isn't he extremely loving to have those thoughts about you? You are so lucky. Man or woman, if you're watching this, you are so lucky. You have eyeballs that work. Some people don't. Don't take advantage of your gifts. He's giving you, God is giving you gifts every single day. Every single day. Which leads me to another thing. This is kind of, we're going to go in the same direction as I was talking about, why you can't handle the things, why you wouldn't be able to handle the things that you are going to be given unless you're teachable, a student of life, listening to God. God didn't reveal his powerful wisdom to me until years down the road. Until years down the road. He actually changed my mind. God will do that. I believe in my heart that God will change your desires into better and more pure desires. And it's not that you're not going to necessarily get what you want. He's just going to change the desires. He's going to change your desires. I don't think like I used to. I'm a much more patient person than I used to be. Right? I'm a much more loving man than I used to be. I've always been a pretty loving guy, patient, kind, gentle. But I needed to work on that stuff. I couldn't be able to handle the stuff that I have now, the responsibilities and stuff like that, unless God taught me and gave me some time to work on these things and taught me lessons, right? It's a really good thing. You know? Sometimes you need to become like God. Sometimes God needs to mold you into being the man. And I've got a lot to learn myself, right? I'll be honest with you. God needs to mold you into the man that he wants you to be in order for you to even be able to handle what he's going to give you. You know? This is a really good one. What if God blesses you with $500,000? $500,000. I'm going to be honest with you. $500,000. Oh, by the way, this is not financial advice. This is an analogy. I do not give out financial advice or any kind. This is for entertainment purposes only, and only ever will be, right? So going back to it, let's say God blesses you with $500,000. An uncle of an aunt of a grandma passed away and left you with $500,000. $500,000. You'd never have to work another day in your life if you structured everything, right? But no, you piss every single penny that you were blessed with. You piss every single penny away. And now you're back at work at age 42. Whatever, right? You pissed every single penny away. And now you're back at work. When 10 years ago, you could have just taken some direction and been taught investing, right? Or taking care of your money in a responsible way, right? And you'd never have to work another day in your life, and you could grow your money. But no. You wanted a boat. You wanted a Lamborghini. You wanted a seriously expensive house, right? That you could afford at the time. But now you can't because you didn't realize that taxes were going to go up, and an actual house doesn't make you any money, and you're not working, and you didn't invest anything, and now the $500,000 is gone, and you had to file for bankruptcy, and now they took your home, right? Now they took your home. And because you refused those lessons a decade ago when you were trying when someone was trying to teach you, now you have nothing, right? And that's kind of like that's like a monetary blessing. I'm telling you, this goes hand in hand with many more things. Your body, because you didn't take care of your body a decade ago. Now you have diabetes. You were in perfect health, 15, 16, 17 years ago. All you needed to do was just train a few times a week and watch your diet. I eat on a budget extravagantly, right? I mean, I wouldn't say a budget. I do spend a lot of money, but I eat extravagantly, right? I eat exactly what I want within reason, right? I'm not eating ice cream every single night. I'm not doing stupid stuff like that. I'm not drinking 300 calorie energy drinks. That's stupid. But what I am saying is I get to eat basically whatever I want, right? Get my protein in, veggies, nutrients, and stuff like that, micros or macros rather. Um, Taking care of my body, so I know for a fact that in 10 years, I'm still going to be nice and healthy, you know? But I needed to learn that. I needed to learn that. I'm glad I learned that. I'm a student of life. I'm teachable. I mean, look around you. Nobody wants to learn. And that's going to bite them in the ass later down the road. Dude, you don't want to be 50, 60 years old and be, I mean, it's like you peaked in high school, right? It's like you peaked in high school and you were just the man at age 18 years old and then just kind of fell off from everything, you know? Right? You're overweight, you're in some serious debt, and you still refuse to learn. You still refuse to learn. You won't learn from the Most High God. I can't help you, right? I'm not going to help you. I have so many more other way far more important things to be doing. You know? So many more things to I work so much. I try to have a little bit of fun now and then. I work out. I'm not going to help you because I'm not getting paid. You have to help yourself. When is it going to start? You know, I you guys can skip this video. That's totally fine. The people that need this material, that need to be listening to this, that need to hear this, will find it. It will find them. I trust. I trust the Most High God. It will find the people that need to hear this, right? I am trusting. So kind of going back into it a little bit, be a student of life. Be a student of life. Set your ego aside. Set your ego aside and learn before you're 60 and 70. If you make it that far and you never learned anything in your life. Like I said, if you're not teachable and you're not listening to the Most High God, then dude, you're I don't know. I can't help you, right? This video is not going to help you. It's not even going to find you. I bet. It's not even going to find you. So, be a student of life. I'm going to say it again. That's one of my lines, dude. Be a student of life, right? You won't even be able to handle the blessings that you're going to get. I have faith. I have faith that God will bless you. He will bless you if you keep praying. He will. He wants to. Our God is an extremely loving God. Why wouldn't he want you to have what you desire? First of all, like I said before, your desires have to be in the right. He'll change your desires if they don't match where he wants them to be, right? If all you ever want to do is just be on a yacht with 1,000 girls, right? That's stupid. That's a stupid waste of time. Think with your head. That's dumb. That's really dumb. I hope he changes those desires, right? But if you're not listening, then why would he ever bless you? If you're never going to learn anything, why would he bless you? It's actually better for you not to get blessed and for him to teach you that way. You wouldn't be able to handle the blessings. Again, I've already said this, but I want to repeat myself. You would not be able to handle the blessings unless you go through those lessons. All right, guys, that's about it. That's about it for this video. Liking and subscribing to the channel is absolutely appreciated. I am trying to push this content, right? I want to help people that actually want to be helped. That's what this content is. That's who this content is actually for. Right? All right, guys. I hope you have a great night, and I'll definitely come back with another video very soon. But I do get busy, and like I said before, I hope you like and subscribe. Thank you.